Good morning, guys. I actually slept okay last night. That was the quietest hostel I've ever been to. Not a person made a sound, like hardly anybody snored, and if they did snore, it was like really quiet. And it's kind of funny because everybody's snores sound different, so it's like a symphony of different kinds of sounds all night. It's good. Ooh, that bird almost just took my head off. I'm walking to a park and then I'm gonna go chill at the beach, and then tonight I have that glowworm hike at night, so I'm excited. I'm gonna bring my camera. Maybe I'll see some reptiles and glowworms. But yeah, Gold Coast is a pretty chill place. Super chill. I don't really know what to do here, honestly. I'm not much of like a city person or a beach person, so I'm trying to learn. I finally met Bigfoot, guys. You guys are so cute. Staying in a hostel is actually not too bad. It kind of like makes you an equal to everybody else, and you're all in the same boat. You all get treated equally, same bed, and you're all from different backgrounds doing the same thing. And it's really quite interesting, and it's kind of nice to put yourself in that uncomfortable situation instead of having like your own private room and, you know, to do whatever you want. You kind of have to like obey the house rules, and it's very different. Like I'm not completely comfortable with it, but I'm getting used to it, and I'm sure if I stayed there multiple days I would make friends and it would be fine. But it's quite interesting for sure. It's not sketchy at all. This one's really good. I don't think anybody's stuff would get stolen here, and I did buy a lock so I can lock up my drawer. My bank transfer in America went through, and I looked at my Chase account and there's no money, so it sent somewhere. But now it won't get to the Australian bank account for 3 to 5 business days. And I told the guy that I would purchase the car tomorrow. So I'm yet in another pickle, and I had no place to sleep again tomorrow because I was gonna camp in my car that I don't have. So I booked a Airbnb with that same owner before because she was so sweet. So I'll be going back there tomorrow night. And life is just a mess and crazy, and I feel like I've made so many mistakes on this traveling trip, but it's also been really awesome too. And I'm definitely learning a lot of things that I'm not going to repeat next time I do this. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully the day gets better. It's kind of boring. Like, I'm kind of bored by myself. Like, I can only stay at the beach for so long, or a restaurant for so long, or a park for so long before I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, what else can I do? So I just keep walking everywhere, and then walking kind of wears you out and you just want to chill. And then if you go to the hostel and chill, you're like, do I chill in the public area and just be awkward, or do I go into my bed in the dark and sleep? Like, you know, I do wish I had people with me here. Like, certain things are fine to do alone. Like, I enjoy being out in nature by myself and looking for wildlife, but things like this, like, you kind of wish you had somebody to just like hang with and talk with and stuff like that. So solo traveling's great, but it does get lonely. People are social, people need people, and this is now what I'm realizing. This is a really nice beach. There's so many jellyfish though, you gotta watch your step. I don't know if they're dangerous or not. You guys, I totally did my laundry in a bucket in the shower. I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but it worked out okay, and then I dried it and paid like $4 to dry it. Now I'm catching a read outside in the beautiful weather before I do my hike at night. I'm so excited about it.
Feel free to kind of look into things and look. That's often where we find spiders for our spider lovers. Also geckos and things like that. If you come around here, guys, I've already spotted a few spiders. One
That
in
one's
here.
right by your leg.
Oh,
Right there.
oh,
Where?
sugar.
Oh yeah.
You know what? They say something like, you know, there's 100 spiders in every meter square or something. I was seeing in the bark there, sometimes they're hiding
This is
behind the
bigger?
bark. Oh yeah, he's nice and big. Little nook. So as you go around, they hypothesize that trees do this. One is that they believe the water helps to run down and towards their roots. Another is because when they have little catchments like this, they can catch the leaf litter, then they're going to have nutrients. If there's a big rain, they're going to keep that in there. It's not going to flush away. One that's pitched a hike up to the mountain. So these ones, but look, it's slowly being eaten. Now, I used to go in there all the time, however, of late, it's spiders. So I just always say look like this instead.
He found it. Good job. Nice. Nice. Wow, good find.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. It looks almost like a little crocodile. You see how it's like a leaf on the tail and a leaf on its tail? Don't reincarnate as a male trapdoor spider. It's not going to be good. Here's another one over here. Sometimes it's 300 double take. So it's got a long journey.
Guys, that tour was so cool. I could have stayed in that forest for days and just looked for things. There were spiders everywhere. We saw the Gimpy Gimpy tree, which is like the suicide tree, so don't touch the leaves. She also showed us the strangling tree, which is that tree that had all the roots climbing up of it. So it takes 300 years to take over its host tree, and then the host tree, or no, the original tree decomposes inside the what's called parasitic tree, and then it becomes a hollow tree. Super interesting stuff. Also, we saw 2 leaf-tailed geckos, and we saw a bandicoot, and the glowworms are really cool too. There's apparently a platypus that lives there at that waterfall. The moonlight on the waterfall was amazing. All in all, it was just really cool. And then koalas, so there are a lot of koala crossing signs. Koalas are now endangered species because of the fires in like 2019 and 2020, I think. They are susceptible to getting chlamydia, and so they actually have to vaccinate them. They stay up in the trees for like 20 hours and then come down on the ground for about 4 hours. What else is crazy is she said eucalyptus trees, the oil is like a certain type of oil, so it takes like a month to decompose in the ground, and it's actually very flammable. So the oil is probably the reason the forest fires were so bad. I forgot to say this yesterday, but the glowworms are actually fly larvae, and they glow to attract prey to eat. And the weird thing is when they metamorphosize into flies, they don't have mouths, so they don't eat. They just mate when they're flies, and the females mate only once and then die, and the males mate twice and then die. Quite interesting, I would say. Also, this dorm room, or the hostel that I'm staying in, has over 100 beds. Over 100. That means there could be 100 people staying there. It's absolutely insane. It's been a really interesting experience, and I am staying at another hostel soon. So we'll see if it's similar or different. I'm not sure, but I need to go. I need to go dip my legs in